I want to thank, first of all, our dedicated and brilliant faculty, John Rowell, Kate Monlock, Jack Ryan, Laura Lee, and Rob Reedy, for being dedicated marshals and leading us in here. Our reader, and you'll only know how difficult this job is in about a half an hour, Don Keating. I want to thank the extraordinary Ashley Gibson, Master of Arts in Art History, for flag bearing. And an amazing staff: Michael Smith, Gary Sullivan, James Lewis, Twyla Tritt, Carl Owens, Jerry Lacey, Tom Coates, Ed Parker, Clay Myers, Cindy Lundeen, Tracy Bars, and students Tiffany, Devin, and Percy. They are amazing. And most importantly, let me say that for those of you who want to understand grace under pressure and the ability to be flexible on a moment's notice, please recognize the leader of our pack, the Super Bill Chandos. Inimitable Dave Bender and group are musicians. So before we begin, let me make a couple of announcements because it's pretty chaotic right at the end. The student work of all your great children, of your parents, of your friends, are exhibited all over the Lawrence Hall and various places across campus. Your graduate will show you where to go. We have decked the hallways and other rooms to show you our work. And after this ceremony, we'll have a reception in Lawrence Hall, courtyard immediately after this incredible event. So first of all, let me say welcome. I'm Frances Burnett, Dean of the School of Architecture and Allied Arts, and it's my 6th graduation here. I am really pleased you could make it here today. A gorgeous day in Oregon. You know the drill, wait 5 minutes. But more importantly, this is a great day of celebration we all share together. The graduation of the students of the School of Architecture and Allied Arts, or AAA as it is endearingly known. Thank you all. To advancing the understanding, value, and quality of visual culture and the built natural and social environments through excellent and distinctive teaching, research, and creative endeavors. It's a school predicated on enhancing the lives of individuals and communities. We do it through undertakings that stem from intellectual curiosity, critical thinking, broad inquiry, rooted in the interrelatedness of theory, history, and practice. We are risk-takers, inventors, analysts, critics, composers. We are world makers and world understanders. We deeply value an intense collaborative and interdisciplinary practice, and we are profoundly aware of our accountability for the impact of our actions on environmental, social, and cultural systems. And for those of you in the audience who wonder what comprises AAA, we are architecture, interior architecture, planning, public policy management, landscape architecture, historic preservation, art history, arts and administration, all the fine arts, ceramics, printmaking, sculpture, fiber arts, painting, metalsmithing, digital arts. We are cinema studies and material studies and product design, programs in sustainable cities, in ecological design, in green product design, in interdisciplinary minors, and museum studies. These academic cultures affect not just the work and the modes of studying, but reflect who decides and who selects what discipline to go to. What scale, what time frame, from the size of our hands and jewelry to the scale of the globe in health and environmental policy. The here and now to thousands of years in the past and thousands in the future. Our university mission states we develop creators and innovators who will generate new knowledge and shape experience for the benefit of humanity. And we create modes of learning that will be lifelong, offering ways of understanding the world as it changes, evolves, and challenges all our fundamental conceptions. One of our prominent graduates, Julia DeMichelis, articulated how education here, by the country's finest scholars, architects, artists, art historians, preservationists, public policy analysts, and of course planners, helped to work to change the polarizing myths that devastate and divide societies around the world and our own. Our graduates' work urge you to stretch your reach across economic, racial, ethnic, religious, and national boundaries, to use your own skills to connect with others, to create a common polity, a global we, a world where scholars, architects, designers, makers, and artists are free to express themselves without authoritarian constraints, where planners and public policy makers, as well as their constituents, may seek all the information they need to design and provide public services, bring learning and beauty to today's increasingly marginalized populations here in Oregon, the USA, and around the world. We are fortunate to be present with the faculty whose very work lifted us all up. The noblest giving they all perform every day. Let me introduce these leaders and anchors of the discussions of how we learn, what we learn, and how it makes a difference. Here we go, the platform party. Architecture. Christine Theodoropoulos, where extraordinary form, surface, curiosity, inhabitation, and a regenerative world build a foundation of rigorous inquiry, connecting the synthetic, analytic, public and private domains, from inventing renewable technologies to redefining relationships between humans and our habitat. Art. Laura Vandenberg, where texture, light, and sheer energy and animated imaginations can excite the corridors of Florence and the globe. Past Franklin, past Rivers, students with a voracious hunger for truth step outside themselves and their own concerns. They make art well, and they make it when something is at stake, when something that matters and something unknown is the base. From landscape architecture, Ron Lovinger. Landscape architects and designs, starting on the drawing board today, have a millennial trajectory. Seeds becoming entire worlds of experience. From art history, Annie Schultz, where critical engagement with the cultures of centuries provides a resonant intellectual force, vibrating with our colleagues in the humanities with uncompromising intellectual rigor. From planning, public policy, and management, Rich Marshall, where social justice, health, and sustainability have political frameworks and planning consequences. Interior architecture, Linda Zimmer, where scale and materials interact and create environments that challenge our perceptions and partner inextricably with our lives. In arts administration, Doug Blandy, where we learn agility, ways of world framing and forming, community engagement and leadership, about museums and global cultures and local references. Historic preservation, where culture, okay, scales of programs, you know. Culture, context, and human lives and history are inextricably linked, and it is incumbent on us to develop strategies for evaluating the historical, social, cultural past that we all share. And in product design, material studies and product design, Kirsten Munchinger, where design traverses scales from engaging the nano to the experience of a city. Nothing is too small to know, and nothing too big to attempt. Today, a big round of applause for our leaders in our program.